Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Project Ready TV. I'm your host, Matthew Long Jr., and welcome to another segment of Mentor Moment. While you're getting ready, take a moment and just like, share, and support this video. And all of our students right here at the Urban League. You know what? Project Ready is an educational department to prepare students for college, work, and life. In our effort to do that, we've got something special tonight. No, we don't have another mentor. No, we don't have a mentee, perhaps, or a staff member. But we've got one of our partners, Kuder. Yes, one of our partners that help us put together this assessment for students to map and navigate their journey according to their passions. And for that reason, we have tonight Chief Success Officer of Kuder, Bethney Ahrendsen. Make sure I got that right. Ahrendsen, that's right. So share, like, and support. Whether you're on YouTube, you're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is, however you're looking at this, we need you to hit that like button, hit that heart button. Am I doing it right? Hit the care button. And you know what? Let's do something great tonight. Let's see what we're going to have in store for you. I'm waiting. Are you ready? Hold on 1 second. Bethany's on the way. She's coming in the room with us.
I'm doing great, and hello to everyone out there watching.
Wonderful. We're so glad that you're doing great on tonight. Again, thank you, Bethany, for coming on out with us to be on Project Ready TV. It is an honor to have you here. And before you introduce yourself, I want to take some time to just thank you as our representative on behalf of Kuder, as well as you being the Chief Success Officer, for the statement Kuder has put out on its site recently. If I can, I'm going to put it up, but I'm going to read it for everybody. It says, Black Lives Matter. We often say Kuder helps people see what they can be. At this moment, what we continue to see are the ongoing acts of violence and racism toward Black Americans. As an organization, there is more we can do to ensure that we are a pro-equity, inclusive organization. We are committed to this mission and know there is work to do. We will put resources, plans, and processes in place, and we commit to holding ourselves accountable. To the Black members of our Kuder family, we hear you, we see you, and we acknowledge the dire need for change. We will work with you and for you as we shape our brighter future. We look forward to fostering a dialogue with more voices on this topic. Again, thank you so much. There's so much going on in our world, in our country, in our cities, in our states, even up right here in the upstate of South Carolina. And knowing that our partners that work with us here at the Urban League support things that are really important to us as we champion to empower communities and change lives. Standing together, even with our partnerships and things that we bring to our students, is important. And as the representative for Kuder, I again want to just say thank you. Personally, it meant something to me as I was on the Kuder website and as I look at things that students do. Again, thank you. Any words you got to say, Bethany?
You're welcome. We appreciate the opportunity here, and for you to point out that post. We do feel it's critical to do what we can to stand up against racial injustices, and so thank you for that. Yeah. So for me personally, I've had the pleasure to work with Kuder for over 16 years now. And really what I love most about my job is that at Kuder, we do help students see what they can be. We're all about, giving you the tools and resources to get on the right path to find career success. And as the Chief Success Officer, it's my job with my team of client specialists and I to work to deliver really great services, such as training on the system and support to our clients, such as the National Urban League. Yeah, our client success is your success. And so that's really why we wanted to kind of have that type of focus, is that we're all kind of collaborating and teaming up to make sure that everybody in the life cycle of career planning is successful. So much for this opportunity, everybody. And I'm really great to get an opportunity to share with students the tools that are available to you so you can get on the right career path. And so just to tell you just a little bit about us at Kuder, really career happiness is what drives us. And we have a motto that says, we help you see what you can be. And that's really our core mission. And we survey students from time to time. And one of the big things that they have said about Kuder is that it provides them hope for the future. Over 91% of students say Kuder provides them hope for the future. And we're a global company. So we've had some really great opportunities to be recognized globally with some key awards. And that comes from the support that we've given to over 165 million people across the world. And, 80, that's actually serviced in 28,000 sites across the globe. Moving on to our namesake is Dr. Frederick Kuder. We always think it's important to let people know where our name came from. And it was started by Dr. Frederick Kuder clear back in 1938. He started our 80-year history and legacy. And he came out with one of the first career assessments and really pioneered the position that it's all about your career interest first. And he actually said directly to us, you need to find out people's passions, what's inside their heart. Then you teach them the skills to be successful. Many times, unfortunately, people find a skill that they're good at, and then they just go forward with that, thinking that they're going to have lifelong success because they're really good at something. But do you enjoy it? Do you have the passion for it? And that's really where Kuder starts and what we try to do. So let's talk a little bit about career planning for you guys out there and the tool that you guys have called Kuder Navigator. So Kuder Navigator is an online system, and it gives you that expert guidance so that you can dream big and find out your passions. We really hope that it makes career planning fun and engaging and relevant. We want to ensure that it provides a really good, reliable approach, which is why everything Kuder does is research-based. We want you to feel confident that the information and results that you're getting is valid, up-to-date, and accurate. So as you see your assessment results, as you explore occupations and plan for education, all of that information is critically looked at to make sure it's right for you. And we're all about college and career success, not just one or the other. And it doesn't have to be college in the traditional four-year track sense. Whatever path that you pursue after high school, just get some additional education and training. It could be 2-year, technical, military, whatever your path is, there's lots of options out there. And then, of course, we think it's important to involve your families, your parents. So we include a component that you can share with your families and parents. Get them involved, show them your results, show them your plan, have those critical discussions at home and in your communities about what your plans are. So one thing I want to talk a little bit about too is the overall process of Navigator. It's our foundation. It's a 5-step process that's really critical to make your career journey and your career planning journey successful. It starts with taking an assessment. Then you move on using your assessment results to explore occupations and majors, not before you pick a 2-year school or a 4-year school. Find the career and the major first, then start to plan that education in step 3. And then you need to plan for work, whether you're going straight into the workforce or if you're going to need to have a job while you're in school. You need to plan for work with your resumes and your cover letters. We have all of that within Navigator. And then ultimately finding a job is that last step. Now for the National Urban League, we've done a little bit of customization. So you guys are actually able to access your Kuder Navigator system from nationalurbanleague.kuder.com. That's where you go to sign in, access your account, and all of the tools and resources. Once you get into Kuder Navigator, your dashboard provides a lot of different resources for you. It takes you through this, the 5-step process using that left-hand navigation. It takes you to take an assessment all the way down to finding a job. In the middle of your home screen, you can take a look at all 3 assessment results if you've taken those or take them for the first time. And we offer a career interest, skills, confidence, and work values assessment. Those 3 are critical with combined results to provide you with the guidance you need to start exploring which occupations are going to be right for you. We also provide a lot of self-guidance with the My Next Steps area. So you can click through that and kind of see the different tasks and activities you can do within the system if you don't know where to go next. But let's take a look at one of the assessments. We'll dig right into the career interest assessment. and be able to see the interest results as they align to your top 5 career pathways. In the example in my presentation here, you can see that marketing management is your top pathway. And you can click on that, you can favorite it by clicking on the star, and that really gives you an opportunity to understand that pathway. And if you click and keep going, what occupations are available within that particular pathway? So here in marketing management, you're able to see advertising and promotional managers and be able to click on that to see more information. Once you get to that level, we really encourage you to explore these occupations in depth and see if they're right for you. We have a wealth of information that you can look through, from an overview and watch a career video about that occupation, be able to see what tasks and conditions you would be doing in that occupation. Certainly you want to research and explore the education and experience that you'll need for that occupation. Maybe you already know that you want to go down a 2-year school track. And so some occupations will allow that, some won't. So you'll want to do your research through this system to find what's right for you. And you can click on that education and experience tab to see what programs and majors an occupation might require. And then once you select one of those here, such as business management and marketing, you can see what particular schools, post-secondary institutions, colleges are available first within your state that offer that program. If you're thinking about going out of state, you can change that at any time. But here, for example, we might want to click on Greenville Tech College and see what they have to offer. And then you're able to kind of review that college in depth, just like you can on an occupation page. Learn about this school. Look at all the different academics and majors that they offer, the different dynamics of that school that makes up that school. And of course, take a look at those costs and financial aid and understand the application and admissions process to get there. And to support that, next, we do provide within the system, a wealth of financial aid information. We take you through a 7-step process that includes exploring scholarships, completing the FAFSA if you need to do that. All of that is baked right into this system and it's at your fingertips. Kind of moving on, I want to talk a little bit about the lifelong career portfolio. So everything you do within Navigator is saved to your portfolio. You're able to access that whenever you need it, come back, do more exploration, make changes on your plan, all of that. And you have that for your lifelong. So as long as you log in once a year, you will always have that account. So here I'm showing that you can kind of take a look at your favorite occupations. And you're able to sort those and add ones, take ones away as you're still kind of making your choices. And that's just one component of the portfolio. Next, we do have a goal setting tool as well within here to help you along the way. Setting goals is so important. It really lets you visualize where you want to go next and make plans to get there. And so goal setting in here, this tool, you can make as many goals as you want, create as many steps that you need in that goal to achieve it. And we definitely encourage that if you're making your post-high school plans. It really just sets you up for success and gives you something to kind of manage your milestones along the way, come back to, just remind yourself of what you're trying to achieve. Another key tool is the resume builder. So whether you're applying for a college or a school, going into the workforce, you're going to need a resume. And so the tool in here allows you to create as many resumes as you want, has some flexibility there with different styles, so you can really craft the resume that you need and tailor it to everything, to each instance that you might be sending it out. Finally, I'm just going to move on to the last step in the process, is to find that job opening. And so there's lots of different resources in here that teach you the different ways to find a job, but also to connect you with some job boards too, if you are looking for that immediate position. And finally, out here for you students is the e-profile. You're able to build yourself a little mini website that becomes your portfolio that you can share out. And you can share that with schools that you're applying to or employers that you're applying to, and really be able to showcase your goals, your achievements, your information as just a unique way to connect with those people and let them know a little bit about yourself and your plans. And then the last thing here I wanted to point out is how to get your parents involved or your families involved. And so the parent involvement with Navigator, they can create their own account for free. You do need to share an access code from your account to them so that they can create theirs that connects to yours. And then they're able to have their own dashboard that shows them your results and the progress that you're making along the way. That way they can take a look and really be able to offer you some actionable advice as you make your plans. Maybe share some of their own experiences on how they came to their career. Just really have some good dialogue there as an additional mentor for you as you guys are planning for your jobs and your careers and your college plans. So those are the highlights I wanted to share today, Matthew, on Navigator for students. I hope you guys are finding this resource helpful, and if you haven't created an account, I certainly encourage you to do so and to get started planning for your education and your career.
Thank you so much, Bethany, for your presentation. I believe it's something that's going to help all of our students and our parents. Speaking of parents, here at the Urban League and specifically Project Ready, we just developed something called Parent Lounge. And it was initially a time when we were meeting in person for the parents to come together and to actually hear about things that the students were learning or discussing in the workshop format on our Tuesday talks. And we had many parents who, for the hour, 2 hours, didn't have anything to do. So we decided that it was time for them to be involved in the conversation, but from a parent perspective. Um, I think I'm hearing there's a need for parent involvement and engagement when it comes to Kuder assessments. I think you should elaborate a little bit more about that. Tell us about your success, uh, if there is success, challenges, whatever it is. But let's hear a little bit more about this parent involvement and engagement, because I know for myself, growing up, my mom was engaged, but only to the degree that she knew. And I think had she had the resources such as we have today, it could have furthered me in the beginning of my career. And for many of our students, if the parents understand their engagement, their involvement, their necessity early on in the process, I think this could really do something marvelous and tremendous for the longevity of the life of our students and our friends and family, our young people's career, as well as their college careers. Talk about that, Bethany.
Yeah, really, when we've done our surveying, we're still finding that parents and close family members are the number one influence on students' career plans. And so it's just critical that that students give their families an opportunity to get involved. Like I said, share their own experiences and just really help guide that student if they're having a hard time choosing what they want to do after high school. And so they can review assessment results together, kind of just see the different paths that are available and start really planning for the next step. And it's just, having that support system and knowing those specific details of the student plan is really key for parents and families to support their students in this path.
Thank you so much, Bethany, for sharing that with us. I think it's going to help us tremendously. We are. How should I put this? Project Ready, of course, is to make sure that we prepare our students for college, work, and life. But one of the main components of Project Ready for us is Project Ready Mentor, specifically Mentor 5. We have mentors and mentees. We have vetted mentors from college medical doctors to mortgage loan officers to bank professionals to lawyers, paralegals, to great. We have preachers. We have so many different spheres of influence from our community who are mentors, and we have great mentees as well. They go to schools all throughout Greenville County, Spartanburg County, Union, all over the upstate. I have one question for you because tonight is our mentor moment. Do you have a mentor? And if so, tell us a little bit about your mentor and their effects on your life, as well as your own mentor philosophy.
Do I have a mentor? Yes, I do. Actually, the president of Kuder, Phil Harrington, has been a great mentor for me over my 16 years with the company. I mean, he helped guide me in my own personal career, and he has established a really family-friendly environment at our company at Kuder. Our culture is a great culture, and so I just really look up to him and the decisions he makes and how he's running the company, and he's been able to guide me along the way. My advice would be, I mean, just think of it this way: anybody can be a mentor to you. And so, I mean, just take a look at your life and your community and someone that you look up to, and they can be a great mentor. I certainly believe wholeheartedly in mentors, and I think it's just good to have other perspectives and advice in your life.
So thank you so much, Bethany, for telling us about your mentor philosophy and your boss there at Kuder. But before you go, I've got one last thing for you. If you've watched our broadcast before, I'm going to ask you some questions about Urban League history. It's time for Project Ready TV trivia. Are you ready? All right. So the first question is, name the National Urban League CEO who said this: technology is permeating every single thing we do. And to the extent that we can better expose our young people to all the different ways that technology can be used, not just for video games or toys, we're planning for the future. Who said that? Was it A, Whitney Young, B, Mark Morial, C, Hugh Price, or D, Vernon Jordan?
Well, that's a great quote. I certainly support that quote and would echo it and say Kuder Navigator is great technology to really be able to help people plan for their future. And I believe the answer would be B, Mr. Mark Morial.
You're correct. That's absolutely correct. The answer is B, Mark Morial, our current CEO and president of the National Urban League. Our last question is always upstate history or something present, should I say, about the Urban League of the Upstate. This question is, I hope you get it. It's, name the pastor, spiritual leader, shepherd, who is the interim CEO and president of the Urban League of the Upstate right now. Is it A, Reverend Telly Gaston, B, Reverend Terry King, C, Reverend Sean Dogan, or D, Reverend Jesse Clark?
I think I just saw a video featuring him, so I'm going to go with C, Reverend Sean Dogan.
Wow. Did you really? Well, yes, the answer again is C, Reverend Sean Dogan. He's such a great guy, a phenomenal leader right here at the Urban League of the Upstate as our interim CEO and president. And he's a great pastor to the members of the Long Branch Baptist Church at Bolt Street in Greenville, South Carolina. Bolt Street, should I say. But again, thank you for playing Project Ready Trivia. Just a little fun, a little humor as we close out our time together on this segment of Mentor Moment on Project Ready TV. Again, thank you so much, Bethany. I've had a great time going through Kuder Navigator and hearing your little nuggets of wisdom about career navigation and parent engagement and involvement for our student success. Before we leave, you got anything you want to say? Any last words?
No, I just really appreciate the opportunity and really encourage all of you students to find a mentor, like Matthew mentioned, if you don't have one already, and certainly take advantage of what you have through Project Ready and with Kuder Navigator, and really take it to heart